We got to talk about Hot Toys Paz Viszla. I'm never sure if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, but Heavy Mando, in other words. That's what he's also known as. He has been announced, and they also titled it The Mandalorian, not Book of Boba Fett, which I found interesting. Even though they gave him the shield, I'm guessing the shield will show up in season 3 of Mando. That said, this is a soft reissue, a soft 2.0, if you will, I guess you could say. For the people that happen to miss out on the Heavy Mando the first go around, now you have another opportunity to pick one up at retail. So Optical, I wanted to ask you, did we need a 2.0? Is this Hot Toys just being like, let's milk this Mando line, baby? Or is this something that's actually necessary?
That is way too soon for a 2.0.
Dude, that's what happened, though. Surprisingly, somehow.
No, Jesus, man. At least wait 3 years.
Right.
I don't know, man. Like, yeah, I mean, no, we don't need this because he has a shield now. You changed the name. Can you imagine, like, us? It's still available. We're gonna have a the Armorer 2.0, and then they're gonna package it as all new body. It was like, oh, you mean the double jointed elbows that was supposed to be there to begin with? So I don't know, man. It's not. This is one of those where kind of like, whew, if you're like thinking of, like there's people who's like, who hates Hot Toys, they're reissuing. This is the perfect example of that, because I can still remember this guy just selling out. It feels like not too long ago. Like, I don't know when it sold out. Maybe a year ago, maybe not even. And then people were like, oh, putting it on BSTs for like $350, and then no one's biting it. Like, no one's buying this for like $350. Then eventually it came down to like MSRP. It never went down MSRP. It's kind of like there. But now it's going to go down, because now they're going to be like, well, this one has a better stand and it has a shield. It's like, it's a shield. But hey, I don't blame them if they wait for this and not get the one from BST, because why would you, right? Like, I mean, this is.
But Optical, now it's next to an Apple. So it's different.
That is true.
It's
so
a 2.0.
A rendered Apple, by the way.
Maybe he lose some weight, because he got next to an Apple. But yeah, I know this is kind of like, I mean, I get the other Iron Mans. At least they waited 5 years, 3 years, maybe. I don't know. This just feels way too soon. Like, just you just gave fuel to those who are saying that Hot Toys does not have a value anymore. This is like the perfect example for that. But yeah.
Right. Yeah, that totally is understandable. Well, Kiko, what do you think? Did we need a Paz Viszla 2.0? Because for me, I was never really super interested in Heavy Mando to begin with. I do like the cool look of the character, but I guess I need a little bit more development for me to really get into him. What do you think, Kiko? How do you feel about this 2.0?
Very sad that this was something that actually came to fruition. I remember I was at Star Wars Celebration and they set up the little displays for the Sideshow Hot Toys booth. And this was sitting there with that cheap little plastic circle on his hand. And I was like, it's got to be for display purposes. No way they're actually going to put that into production, because just like Optical said, is that this was one of the first figures that went waitlist before it officially shipped. That was the first one that in recent memory that had done that. And everyone started to panic and then overbuy. And I think he was going for like $450 or something like that right when it released. But then people were like, I don't need that play that much for this figure. He's also not, a critical piece of my collection. No big deal. And like you said, just like 3 weeks ago on Buy Sell Trades, people were listing for around $350. No one's moving on it. So what is he listed for now? $300 plus tax and shipping. So what, $350 again? So everyone's like, oh, this is great for collectors that missed out. What, 18 months ago? I mean, that doesn't make any sense to me.
This time, but
$285. Yeah. So put the tax in and shipping, probably $330 essentially when it's sitting in your front door. So it's not a good look when, like people have been saying, and I know we're going to talk about the potential of depreciating assets and maintaining value and things like that. For one, don't get into this because you think you're going to make some money and flip it, because immediately a lot of people bought these to try to flip them because, oh, Heavy Mando, everyone wants that one. I'm going to buy 4 of them and we'll see what happens. And now you have 4 of them sitting in your attic because no one wants them. And now I don't know. The thing that I remember Riley actually mentioned this in his little reveal video is that little banner that says scenes inspired by the Book of Boba Fett from The Mandalorian. Yep. So I feel like it's that banner that's going to give the next trajectory for different releases and such. So are we going to get Scarlet Witch as seen in Multiverse of Man, all those different type of things? The new banner is what I'm more concerned about as opposed to the figure itself.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm mostly with you guys. I don't know that we did. At the end of the day, look, if people want this figure, I'm happy that it's being made. It's the same thing I've said, with Reva and other characters where I'm like, I'm surprised Reva was made. I didn't really like Reva, but I'm happy she was made for the people that do want Reva. So at the end of the day, if they put it into production, I'm happy for the people getting what they want. So, and this Paz Viszla, I do think people want it. People want always Mandalorian's hot, and it's going to be until it stops, it seems like. So, this is like a soft reissue, a 2.0, if you will. And, for the people that want it, I'm happy for you guys. Do I think we needed it? No, probably not. I probably would have rather seen another character made or something else, but that's it. Here we are and we got it. So I'm happy for the people that are getting it. So guess we'll see.
I guess they put all their R&D into this figure because they're trying to develop that N1 potentially, right?
Dude, that's an interesting theory, Kiko, about that. The droids. Carlos was talking to me about that. The droids that they made.
I forgot about those droids.
Yeah. So the pit droids. Why make the pit droids if you're not going to make the N1? So
because it's box filler.
That's true. That's
it.
But let me have this theory. Let me have this.